this isn't just another Led Zeppelin, John Bonham, the coolest part in the world video. Somebody asked, actually I've had a couple of people ask this, is the part after that then bridges it to the other part in the song, okay? So, Dazed and Confused. Song remains the same version. We'll say start from there because it's most familiar to people. Okay, yeah. Ba 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 da na 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 ba ba ba, and then that jarring at it. Ba da ba da ba 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 da la do 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 ba da da ba ba da la do 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 ba do ba da 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 la do 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 ba do ba da ba ba da la do 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 ba da da ba ba da la do do do. That section, okay? So starting with the da da da, it's all about da 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 da. Starting there, that's what we're talking about now. Okay, that's the coolest part in the world that I refer to in other videos as the coolest John Bonham drum part in the world. It's not really, but I just call it that, the coolest part in the world. Then right after that, he goes, he plays a little groove there. While the where Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones play a little groove. Okay, he plays a little time there before. So it's the time between the, then you get the, and before the, I'm just trying to find the bridge. Okay. So the bridge from the piece of music from the from right there to the get out of the way, move to this, to this. Okay, to that. So that's when I say the coolest drum part in the world, and then the stuff immediately following. I never had really addressed the stuff sort of immediately following, the looping of the coolest drum part in the world. So I've been asked, a lot of folks asked, and finally, like, I just haven't. But I have so much stuff out there. I have so much stuff. So this really is essentially the whole drum part from the to the which, by the way, is one of John Paul Jones's finest, well, of many, bass lines. Know what I'm saying? So that's what's coming now. Segue. Oop. Okay? You just have to take my word for it. If you watch the footage of Earl's Court, if you watch other footage, not the song remains the same where it sounds the coolest, movie or soundtrack, but in Earl's Court, you can really see him do it. And then also, too, in the 1972 stuff, Long Beach Arena and the Forum, yes, it was a little globule on my finger, a piece of food in my mouth. Sorry. You can hear it, okay? It really does just sound like this. I mean, it does. I mean, listen to the Long Beach stuff or the Forum, whatever Dazed and Confused is on. I mean, it really is. Okay? Now, it's a basic paradiddle. It's like a stick control thing. So right, left, right, right, left. Right, left, right, left. Okay? Right, left, right, right, left, right, right, foot. Okay? Right, left, right, left, right, right. Right, left, right, left, right, right. Except that left is accented. That. what he's playing there. And it sounds really beefy and cool, and the song remains the same. Kind of sounds thin and a little more hollow in Earl's Court. It still sounds cool, but not as beefy and full as it does in the song remains the same. Anyway, this video is about the part following that. Okay, so what happens is he starts throwing in these eighth notes. This snare is a little high. Hang on, let me get a little lower, just a teeny bit. Hey. After that, your out's really kind of. Bonham had a thing where his right hand, both his hands had the ability to go from very loud, but also very well played soft. I don't play well soft. If you're doing like a they call it a four-stroke, not a four-stroke roll, but a single four or whatever. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2, right? Well, if you use a double in there, I'll go right, left, left, right. Bonham seemed to be really good with and often relied on, if you watch him doing some stuff, with like a right-hand double lead. See that? Like, okay? Any Bonham guy knows that. You know your stuff if you know that. So, but what happens here, instead of going, here you're going, so the first are soft, but very soft. And when you listen to him do that, you can hear him doing that. Anyway, if you have a problem with this performance of this, I mean, of course, if you have problems with performance, that's fine. But I'm telling you, this is what he's doing there. But it's the following. So, but then he'd do a transition. He'd go like. That is like a very 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and you can hear him really doing it as he went later. Now bear with me here, don't turn off yet. I mean, he did a paradiddle thing. If you see him in Song Remains the Same, it is apparent to me, looks as if, but definitely in the Earl's Court from '75, he's doing a paradiddle thing with his hands between the floor tom and the snare. Okay? So what that is 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, okay? 1 E. Except that last and is hard with the left hand. So. Sorry. Slower. Now, and then we go on to the bass drum. Now we can isolate the bass drum. I'm spitting stuff out. Sorry. He's probably doing this. He's either doing, possibly, something more shadowing the right hand with the sorry. So hang on. My right hand is essentially playing exactly what my my right foot is playing what my right hand is doing. I'm just not used to doing this, but somebody just wanted an explanation, so here it is. You know, if you're doing that on the cymbal, it'd be like. Okay, and Bonham used to love doing that sometimes too on the cymbal, like in Dazed and Confused. Da ba do la la la. Okay. Okay, it's the same thing. He loved that. Whether he do it with the paradiddle. Wait, I'm sorry, I just had the ba 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 ba. Yeah. Ba, ba, okay? He just loved doing that. Right foot doing the same thing as the right hand. Maybe not so well, but that's what's doing. But here. Slower. Or he could be doing something as freakishly cool as, because Bonham did that 16 feel. On earlier versions, to me it sounds like he's doing this, which would involve the. And so 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E. That's what it really sounds like to me that he's doing. Something more like that, where there's not so much high end with the snare. But really more just going back and forth between the but sorry, but that is sorry, in that one, that's where I'm doubling my right foot with my right hand. Could be doing that, or what I said before, where I'm not doing the paradiddle thing with my hands. I'm just doing. Okay, so I'm doing this like I did in one of my exercises before. See, that's all it is. Right, left foot, foot, left, right foot, foot, right, left foot, foot, left, right foot, foot, right, left foot, foot, left, right foot, foot, right, left foot, foot, left, right foot. Okay? Didn't get that hi-hat foot going. As you can see, you gotta smooth it out. I haven't done this forever. But he could be doing a third possibility, which is something I have practiced but not for a long time, and I still can't do. It's this, which is the 1E and a 2E and a 3E, and except instead of trying to have my hands do the paradiddle, the full paradiddle. Okay? Except the hands going. Okay, so these are all my options. Dudesicle, actually a lot of guys have asked about this. One guy did ask, and he's right. I've never really talked about it. It is totally cool. Nonetheless, I don't know. I wish I was sitting next to him at Madison Square Garden. When I was growing up and I used to hear some of the stuff he did on the song, I mean, it's the same in Dazed Confused and in Moby Dick. I think to myself, like, God, I would give my right ball just for 8 seconds in Moby Dick that July night and 11 seconds, and then another 11 seconds when he's doing Dazed Confused, just to see what the hell his foot is doing with his hands. Like, can I just see it? It's like a mystery. It's like the mystery. Anyway, it's one of these things, or a combination thereof, or possibly a reasonable facsimile thereof, okay? And again, I think in 71, 72, he would have kind of, I think, do this or a reasonable facsimile thereof of this. Doing at Madison Square Garden. But I do know, at 1975 Earl's Court, his hands are doing the paradiddle. And in that case, I don't know if his foot's just going, or the thing I can't do. I can kind of do the first part. Hang on. There it is. Except super slow. I can't do any faster than that. Sorry, rat. There's that threshold of dissolvability. You got to get past it slowly. So just practice. I'll just practice this at this tempo until the cows come home. Yes. Trying to throw that right hand over. Why am I going? Yeah, my left hand's doing it already. Haha, wait a minute. No wonder I'm malfunctioning. There is no hand throw over. You learn something new every day right in front of your 7 fans that are watching. Probably not. Bonham did some neat stuff, but it was often very conventional, very simple. Not simplistic, but simple, but not in a way you'd normally play it. Like, oh, I never thought of doing it like that. But he'd do it almost rudimentarily, but then work it up to speed and put it in a song and give it a little bit of a groove. And it would sound like, like the, like that. You know what I mean? Just like a pattern. You know what I mean? Like, so, anyway, so those options. And Moxie is on fire. Or, I'm sorry. I should probably talk about this this one more because I didn't a lot about it. So 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 4. Okay? With the hi-hat going. Chord, but it's slower. See, that's the thing too, it's slower. Gotta get that tempo. I think it's like, he's not fast. A little faster. What would follow, right? Anyway, so that's it, my friends. I hope that it shed some light. I remember, I am not John Bonham. I wasn't doing it when he did it. Like any musician, like any jazz musician or anything, if you listen to early recordings, you can hear where he sort of came up with it. Like there is sort of an evolution of the part. And it goes from sort of being fairly obvious of what he played. He do like little taps, which I think he does at the Danish TV. But then as stuff goes on, he sort of seems to transfer into that, like it seems to get more apparently convoluted till we get to the Song Remains the Same, where it sounds the coolest. But because I think of the nature of the amber drums and the way they were recorded at that particular show, you kind of really can't tell the difference that much sonically between the sound of the bass drum and the floor toms. So it kind of gets muddy, but it sounds cool though. So sometimes in a lot of that 1973 Song Remains the Same live stuff from the soundtrack, you can't really hear. But on that part in 1975 at Earl's Court, you can clearly see him doing that. And remember what I said. He had that ability, like I said in the this four, big four, or whatever it is, the something four, right? Where, but if you throw a double in, I'll do right, left, right. But he seemed to really do well with the right, left, right. Which I think led his to sound a little smoother. It had a really fluidity to it, a fluidity. So don't forget to hit that backbeat with your left hand. Sorry. See that? Throwing a quick frog into the whole equation with that first part. He could have been doing that with the bass drum too. Sorry, bud. Hang on a second, for the love of God. Hang on. Or come on, fuck, oh, E, pause. Orson Welles said. That's tough. That's tough. There it was. He does throw his hand over. Breaking into it with that. Sometimes you gotta approach from a different way, so I'm just gonna go. Ah. Fudge, fudge. So, I know this is killing you. Kids, people, I know this is killing you, but it's part of the video. Aha. That's it. But he's not playing that. I just finally looped it, but it's so slow. Anyway, so either with this underneath or following the right hand. Oh yeah, I guess you don't have to totally copy the right hand. Watch this. So it's not a, so instead of that second boom boom beat. What the hell am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. You know, you guys got me started on this, and it's like a whole schema of freak showish delusional thingies that I start getting worked up into. We're just gonna go out on, what are we gonna go out on? 3, 4, my favorite sounding one. 3, 4. which to build. Get the right tempo, shall we? We'll try. I think it'd be about like that.